Kia ora, I'm Sherry Kinnear and welcome into today's post-cabinet press conference. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern is set to address media shortly and is expected to announce tax relief at the petrol pump following her acknowledgement of a cost of living crisis.
As I stand before you, we are in the midst of a global energy crisis. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has unleashed a global energy shock and a spike in prices at the pump felt by the whole world. Last week, prices for all three fuel types rose by the highest amount on record. 91 increased by 6% in a week, and prices have increased by 13% over the past month. The impact of the war sits on top of the pain already caused by the pandemic, with global supply chain disruption and increases in consumer demand causing high levels of inflation in many countries, including right here in New Zealand. And so today I want to set out further steps in our plan to help support Kiwis through this wicked perfect storm. First up, on April 1, a suite of measures will take effect that will see significant increases in the take-home incomes of the majority of Kiwi families. 346,000 families, almost 60% of all New Zealand families, will see their incomes lift by an average of $20 a week. Those on superannuation will see their incomes lift by $52 a fortnight for a single person and $80 for a couple. In addition, a full-time minimum wage worker will see their pay lift by $48 a week. As well, childcare assistant income thresholds will also be adjusted on the 1st of April. And then on May 1, the winter energy payment will kick in for over 1 million New Zealanders, with families receiving over $30 a week, a total of $700 extra over the winter months. In addition, over the course of the last week, the government has been developing additional policy aimed at offering immediate relief to help Kiwis through the current peak in petrol prices. Our primary focus is on how we can give Kiwis in the long term options that mean they have more energy security, that we aren't at the whim of global energy prices. Our policy is to expand public transport links, to make it more affordable to own a fuel-efficient, hybrid or electric vehicle, and making public transport cheaper for low-income families are well underway. This must continue. And I'm signalling today that you will see in the budget in May greater investment in this area through the Climate Emergency Response Fund. Now, more than ever, is the time to make our transition towards more sustainable transport options and greater energy security. But this is not a transition we can make in a week or a month. As we've seen with the most recent jump in prices at the pump over the weekend, the situation has quickly become acute and extra short-term measures are needed. On that basis, Cabinet has decided today to do what we can to alleviate the increases at the pump by reducing the fuel excise duty by 25 cents a litre and the road user charges by the same amount for a period of 3 months. This means a potential saving of between $11.50 and $17.25 per tank of fuel. Cabinet has made the decision that, in addition, all public transport fares will be half price for the next 3 months. We hope this ensures that where the option of shifting how we travel is available, this makes it more affordable to take that public transport option up.
From the place I live to the place I work, it's 45 minutes drive, so you can imagine. So before I used to like 140 full time, now it's like almost 180 full time. I don't know if it will make a difference unless and until the Russia thing is solved. Like even 30 cents matters, like not for me, but like for other people as well.
Well, I feel sorry for the people that are struggling, and that's a hell of a lot of people. You know, I can afford it, but that doesn't mean it's good.
No, but it hurts in the bank balance. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much it goes up, we're still going to pay for it, aren't we? It's like cigarettes.
Drop to 15% would be nice.
Again, it's a cost thing as well. Like, you know, so to save a little bit, we have to spend a lot on EVs. That's a main concern. And what I've told you before, that I'm a point-to-point courier. In a day, sometimes we have to drive like more than 400 k's as well. So, you know, that's a bit tricky thing.
Firstly, the reduction of the fuel excise duty. This will come into force via an order in Council from 11:59 p.m. tonight. We cannot influence the global oil price, and so therefore, if we want to relieve some pain at the pump, we need to look at the things that we can control. Reducing fuel excise is the quickest and most efficient way of using a tax system tool to make a contribution and address the impact on New Zealanders of this global energy shock. It means that we can take this action within hours rather than the months it typically takes to make changes to other aspects of the tax system, such as GST. On road user charges, it is a more complex picture, and therefore it will take longer to implement. I can assure those users that they will still get 3 months' worth of benefit from when we are able to make changes. The two reasons it will take longer to implement are that there are over 80 different vehicle types and over 100 rates of road user charges. Reduced rates will need to be calculated, and transport officials will move as quickly as possible, but it is not an instantaneous process. Secondly, Section 85 of the Road User Charges Act states that any rate change only comes into force 42 days or 6 weeks after being notified in the Gazette. This was clearly put in place for increases, but we still need to deal with the fact that that is in our legislation. We will make decisions in the coming days on the process for dealing with these matters, in particular if we can use the existing statutory framework or whether we need to change it.